Thank you. Hi, Jason. I just have a couple of questions. First of all, congrats on the win in the previous game. I just wanted to ask through the course of the second innings, it seemed like a lot of the uh, players, especially the senior players like you and Puran, were running high on emotions, especially with every wicket falling down. It seemed like there was uh, sense of some extra emotion running high. Is that, could you just talk us through that?
Yeah, we were all pumped up for the game, and we knew what was at stake and the importance of the match. So, for us, this is just a way of us really driving ourselves into that right direction. We spoke a lot about attitude, and it was important we brought the correct attitude to the game. Yeah, so it's just basically us just showing our passion and love that we grow through the years playing this sport, and yeah, it was important that we just brought the right energy towards the game yesterday.
Also, I just wanted to ask, before the tournament in the ICC's, one of those interviews, he had spoken about how the All Star West Indies T20 team, the previous generation, had their time and what they did, achieved, and how this is a new generation that is coming up, and they have their own goals and their own superstars in the current West Indies team, and what this team could achieve. Could you just uh, talk about that particular aspect? How this is a young team which is just coming up, and the kind of potential it has, and what it could achieve going forward in this particular format.
Yeah, I think when it particularly comes to World Cups, you see different personnel every single time. Um, Maybe sometimes the nucleus of the squad will remain the same, but more or less you see fresh faces every time. Um, the teams which would have won in 2012 and 16, were pretty dominant. They had some very big T20 players when you look at that in the context of world cricket. And this current team now, we've still got some young budding stars who have really established themselves on these circuits. And it's just for us now to, be a lot more senior, I guess, or spend a bit more time on the international circuit and doing similar things. When you look around the dressing room, we've got a pretty young team. Most of the guys in their early to mid 20s, and it's a great sign for West Indies cricket. So I mean, I think my point was just mainly, us practically really rebuilding and rejigging our T20 mantra, for lack of a better phrase, and trying to now reestablish ourselves as a new West Indies look T20 side.
Thank you and all the best.
Thank you.
Ian, you can go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, and good afternoon, everyone. Jason, this morning for me, yesterday evening for you, as Javi Joseph referred to you as the father figure of the team. I didn't know you were that old, but he referred to you as the father figure of the team. And of course, he would have been someone who would have made his international career under you when you were the captain. Give me your thoughts on Alzari Joseph of his growth and today how he has become much better than he was. Give me your thoughts on Alzari Joseph.
I think the first thing I'll say about Azar is I'm extremely proud of his progression. I see him as a leader, and I think he's leading this attack at his young age, and he's showing his great attributes as a leader. His performances don't surprise me because of the work he's put in, his discipline, his dedication towards the cause, and his his businessman like attitude is just really great to see for a young player. Yesterday, I told him just to lead it, and those are my simple words to him: just lead the attack, lead it, start us or get us onto that right page. And he did that. He got us this first breakthrough. And I think from there it really set the tone because I see him as an impact player. Obviously, he's got pace. He's got skill as well too. So when he picks the ball in hand, I just really expect big things from him. And I think now he's really matured into all format bowler. He's one of our only all format bowlers at the moment, and it's great to see his progression, as I said before. And I think the sky's the limit for him, and I just hope that he stays fit and healthy, and that he could fulfill his dreams.
All right, thanks a lot and all the best.
Thank you.
Umesh?
Jason, my name is Umesh Shaman, I'm from Cricket Tracker. And my question to you is on the team lineup, basically. Like the things have been happened, like big names are missing in the squad, like previously, including the likes of Andre Russell, Sunil Narayan, and they are appearing in the various franchise T20 leagues. So
I
would
go
there be
back just
pressure on the two-time champion?
quickly. We are here at the tournament. We have 15 players that we're looking at. Jason is here to answer questions based on last night and tomorrow's game. So let's stick to that. Thanks.
Okay, okay, just I'm coming to tomorrow's game. So, how are you looking ahead against Ireland as you have won one match and lost one match? So, if you finish at 2 or 1, then you will be placed along with the West Indies, along with India and Bangladesh, South Africa. So, how do you seeing ahead of the tournament? Like if winning the next game tomorrow against Ireland, how are you looking at the things?
Well, I think we'd still have to wait and see what happens in terms of the two games. Once we win, we can still finish first. Depending on what happens in the other games. So it's hard to put, a result on things without letting things transpire. We've got one solid game to play against Ireland, and that's what we intend to do. I think we've shown a lot of good attributes in the last game, and we brought a very, very good vibe and attitude. I think there was so much more clear yesterday about what we were looking to do, and it showed. So I mean, looking forward to this game against Ireland. I think it's a big game, and we like big games. So I'm sure the guys are really up for it, and we're looking to win this game solidly.
Thanks, Jason. Just a reminder to everyone to please stay on topic and to maintain the reason why we're here. Daniel Rasul, you're up next. Thank you.
Thanks. Hi, Jason. I was looking at the two World Cups that West Indies won, and both of those West Indies used a lot more spin. They were also won in Asia. Here, yesterday, even Zimbabwe turned a lot more to spin, especially in the middle overs, where most your side's breakthroughs came through pace, and that's what you used to deploy to get your breakthroughs and to make a difference in the big moments. I was just wondering, is that just a factor of West Indies being in Australia? Or do you think West Indies are at that stage now where it's more about the fast bowlers than the spinners, because that's the sort of personnel that you have at your disposal now?
Yeah, I think when you look at our side, we're playing one spinner. So that one spinner comes in, when the captain sees fit. But then it's clear to see that we've got a fast bowling base attack. And that's just what we've got at our resources. I think we've got good enough fast bowlers, and the spinner that we played yesterday was exceptional. And again, as I always speak about the resources that we've got on the bench, I think we've got Yannick Correa, who's coming to his own in international cricket, for example, as another spinner. And then we've got Sheldon Cottrell on the bench as another fast bowling resource. So look, I think that's just the dynamic of the personnel we have, and I think we've got all the tools here that we need to win this competition. For us, I think it's more of a mental challenge to us, merely staying in the moment, understanding each and every scenario, each and every battle that we may be faced with, and just executing. And I think once we continue to do that, the sky's the limit for this team. So basically that's just the personnel that we have, and we were very happy with the makeup of the squad.
Anyone for the last question before we close?
Can I, if I may?
You may.
Yes, thanks. Jason, was there any bit of discussion or concern regarding net run rate? Because I think on the 17th or 18th over in the previous game went for a bit of runs, and the margin of the win came down a bit, especially with the weather forecast and rain coming into play. Is there a concern of net run rate, and could you West Indies possibly have try and squeezed a bit more of winning margin in the previous game?
A win was 100% on our minds. I think if you try to study net round rate and these other peripherals, it becomes a lot more complex. We've just got to control what we can, and that's to win cricket games. We win this game, we win that next game, and we're right in it. I think when we look too far ahead sometimes and we get caught up with other things around, then we miss sight of the actual task at hand. So I don't think we had net rate in our minds last night. Last night was a really important game, and that was a must-win game for us. So to cross the line and be on the winning side was the goal. And I'm really proud of the way the guys went about it, and happy that we got that win.
Thank you and all the best.
Thanks.